the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
This is Howard on 2nd down. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey. 4 down.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack.
In there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. And he finds a man on the crossing route. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So after the INT, it's Breeze. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
21.
To throw, it's Breeze. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll get this out to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Here we go. Sammy! 11,
is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Khalil Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has, able to play the run and the pass so well.
From the gun on third down, Breeze drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And there is a flag, so a big 2nd down pickup, but will it hold? So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out his own blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Got it.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Fighting to stay upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. And Lutz's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Don't let him build mommy.
Trubisky brings the Bears out 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Trubisky hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. 15 yards through the air on a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And now running right through it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On 1st down, Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down.
Come on.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but
Yeah, let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Breeze now to throw. This is caught by Ginn. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
I'm cocky.
12. Hey, easy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. A gain of 3, second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And Lutz puts this one through. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Breeze going to throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Throwing now is Breeze. And Josh Hill has it. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. This will be taken at the 10. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside.
Now Trubisky lost the football. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, These are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They caught the ball free in the backfield.
Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now a pitch out to Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup. It's still a few chain links short, it appears, with 4th down coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll try and sneak it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They get it to him running left. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
What up, man?
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
You want that 2 keys? Drew, lay down. Go night-night. What's up?
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
His feet nails.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
Yo,
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, I just kept using it.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Shouting. This is caught inside the 15.
This game, bro.
Touchdown, Chicago.
How? The niggas in
Allen
cover
Robinson,
4.
66 yards. And the Bears cut into that lead. And correct me if I'm wrong,
That's
that was just a simple
ridiculous,
fly
man.
route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Again has it complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Breeze now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
What's that noise?
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Saints on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is third and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Onto the field now come the Bears. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before. And right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Mark Ingram, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Lutz now to kick this one away. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Gotta go, gotta go. Let's go. Hey, 18. Hey.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A big play there.
Red, up. Red, up. Gotta go.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. He leaves this one for Howard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a 2nd down. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th
for
quarter.
throwing up a prayer, and then this in the red zone for throwing up another prayer.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Red, up. Hey, gotta go.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And my goodness, another interception. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Come on, 10% juice, 90% water. Alright, I'm going to help you out, my G. Don't even trip about that.
Ingram again. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
You want juice water?
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Juice water. All right, come on, let's go get you some. You're supposed to be asleep.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He may try and run for this. And avoids the contact by sliding. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. Now he'll escape to his left. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. He's at the 50. 30. 20. 10. 5. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
An afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll give it to him up the middle. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. They'll go with the keeper, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. It's their quarterback taking it in. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that is incomplete. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1. We want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown him a little bit.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Trubisky to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Sheldon Rankins able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Trubisky. Going for the deep ball. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away. Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Okay, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And, wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That has lots of leg behind it. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Dancing to his left. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Breeze is looking to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Akeem Hicks in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. To throw is Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direct. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tyus Bowser not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Let's see what they draw up here. Third and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now Trubisky to throw. Fighting through pressure. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And this is going to be intercepted. Let it roll, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, one win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.
Alright, man, I'm about to get busy with it.